Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of The Great Ace Attorney. My name is Kyle. Joining me is Nathan! Nathan sounds like a Pokemon. I love it. Yeah, joining me is Pokemon Nathan. And we're back. Last episode, these two guys... wait, let me go back. These two guys, Mr. Nosa and Mr... What was the name of the other guy? Mr. Nosa and Mr. Curio, right. Mr. Nosa and Mr. Curio testified that they saw and or heard me murdering the guy, but we brought about the fact that they couldn't have done it because this guy's a dirty liar. So we're now hearing their testimony, which is supposedly decisive according to the prosecutor. So yeah. Wait, look. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. I don't know about that.
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see.
But he was just saying that he didn't look for what at once, like ever. What?
Oh.
Furthermore, a visual research of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
The waiter. Hello?
Yeah, the waiter was there too.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself.
Therefore, no other
I swear I'm not doing a Yoda impression.
no one other than a black uniformed cadet could have dispatched this Englishman. Over and out. What?
Yes!
Hi.
These testimonies are certainly...
Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, Dr. Wilson, he wasn't alone at all. Oh, sorry. Please, enough of your outbursts already. But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her.
Said like 5 minutes ago.
Everyone there must have seen her. Objection! If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. Ugh. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Nathan?
Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The stream is lagging for me a bit.
Oh, sorry. Might be my bad. Indeed, of the table at which the victim was dining, of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there was only one place set.
From the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company.
This doesn't make any sense. There was...
The court will add this new photographic evidence.
Photographic? The photographic print of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. I thought we already had it in the court record. I don't understand. What's going on here?
Falsified evidence.
It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman.
That woman was hot.
Yeah, no, like everybody definitely saw her.
The waiter before said the same thing. He maintained that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone.
But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. Something fishy's going on here.
Seems that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt.
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Takatsuchi Auchi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor. Oh, he looks so sad. I feel really bad for him. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. He's ready to rule. I think this is you.
Oh. Stand tall, Nakama. It's not over yet.
What?
Believe in yourself.
Believe in the me who believes in you.
Heck yeah. Then there's something going on here behind the scenes.
I knew it. Something is sketchy.
Now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination.
I don't know, Kazuma.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh, jeez, Rick. I don't know, Kazuma.
The friends is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses. But make it quick. Understood? It's literally like 10 p.m. I don't got time for this.
It's not 10 p.m. They said they had to telegram it before afternoon. Meaning it's early in the morning. Rules can be so unbending at times. Ugh. Well, I actually... Did you notice anything sketchy? I don't think I noticed anything sketchy.
We can see.
Even if what I saw is the
what I
precise...
saw. It
Yes.
wasn't the precise moment, bro.
That says there. Hi! Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time. But I've told you already, that's only because I'd picked it up off the floor.
Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you can explain it away.
I had just finished drinking my coffee and was about to leave the restaurant when I saw a cool gun and I thought, yo, dope gun. I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, bang! A K-pop group came out of nowhere.
It's beyond our control. Lifeless.
He is doing a Yoda impression. Sorry? What do you mean?
In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the Koban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner.
Something's not adding up here. Further, evidence has confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
No, you weren't.
Wait, I just want to check the other ones. Therefore, no. Okay. Yeah, this is sketchy.
Yes!
Hey! You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
Objection! As you have been at pains to point out time and time again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman.
Ugh. If only there'd been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her.
Fortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant.
I know. Of course, the place was almost empty. That's what you'd expect.
Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat.
Oh no, I'm guilty.
I take offense to that?
Yeah, I take offense to that. That's the thing. It's like, I eat at 2 p.m. It's like, excuse you.
I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone.
Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason.
There was?
This was found in the victim's jacket pocket.
Jacket pocket.
That counsel.
It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
The clinic. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m.
The very day of the incident.
So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really had no bearing on this case. Oh my gosh, this guy sucks. This guy absolutely sucks. I hate him.
Yeah. What do you think, Ryunosuke?
Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really.
Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful.
Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be... Of course! We need all the evidence we can get. Hi! Stop raising your hand, dude. If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency.
Oh, on what grounds? Oh, come on. The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. Oh my gosh.
No, they are of concern. It's up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues.
I beg your pardon?
You heard what I said. You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence.
Very well. The
Hot
court will grant the
pockets.
defense's request.
Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Oh my gosh, is this game getting woke?
Boomer.
Is this game getting woke? Like opposite? What's the opposite of
Okay,
woke?
Boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record.
Victor's medical report has been added. Okay. Wait, let's check it out. Let's check out what it
What
says.
we need right now is new clues.
A vintage. No. Look at this.
Bottle of carbonated water.
Look, there's a bull on it. Is that important? There's wine. There's this. Is anything suspicious about this at all? I can't really tell. Maybe if these photos were in color,
Yeah.
then we'd be able to tell. But it's like the 60s, so. Did
Oh
you see
yeah,
this
come to
one?
think of it, doesn't the steak have like a sauce that's red?
Yes, I think it
Reddish.
does. Yeah. Why are you suggesting that they killed the guy with steak? Is that
No.
your is that your new assertion? He killed him with
Nah.
steak. Oh, we need to answer clues.
We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first.
Right, I hear you.
You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival. But it's the day after the festival's all. What? But it's the day after the festival already for you.
What?
Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korakuta-san. Korakuta-san. San. Indeed, he was alone, the Englishman, dining all by himself. What's suspicious about this? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that.
Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Huh?
Oh, well, yeah, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light.
I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before.
Oh, you mean this?
Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence.
Yeah, I was there when it was presented.
So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
How exactly? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
You'll notice
Okay,
that
yeah,
some pieces
yeah,
blah blah blah.
yeah,
and
blah,
you
blah,
can skip
blah.
My dialogue. It's kind of boring.
It's just a tutorial. I got it. Yep.
Oh, you can rotate the thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can rotate objects now. It's cool. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Kazuha, shut up. I get it. I think
Don't
one of the
worry.
things I want is like a remastered, or not remastered, just a PC port of all the 3DS games. So like Dual Destinies, Spirit of Justice, and those ones. I really want that on PC. That'd be so cool. Yes, I got it. Oh, let's examine this.
It's
What's
been
inside?
tampered with.
No, it looks fairly normal. What is this?
Let's
Oh.
have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical
Oh.
anesthesia.
Yeah, he wouldn't be eating. He wouldn't be eating if he had
Yeah.
that.
What in the heck?
Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out?
Bro, so he wouldn't be eating steak.
Yeah, he wouldn't be eating steak at all. Oh, so there's our thing,
Yeah,
Nate.
perhaps they use... Ah, laughing gas.
Oh, great. existed in the 60s. I don't know how old laughing gas is. I know it's an element, but I just don't know how long they used it for like medical purposes. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe that there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Oh.
Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food
Ah.
or drink besides water.
Oh,
3
there.
hours post-procedure until anesthesia effects have passed.
So that meat
Yeah,
and
there
that
you
wine,
go.
that meat and wine was for the girl, not for him.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Bro, that's kind of torture for the professor though. It's like, oh yeah, just eat the steak in front of me. I can't eat crap.
Yep. Okay, wait. I want to check something real quick. Ah, look at it, Nate. Read that. What does it say?
Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division. Oh god.
Sorry. I feel kind of bad because this is technically a spoiler. This becomes important later on, but I just wanted to see if I could do it.
He's a chief inspector?
What is?
Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga.
Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point.
It's not the name that's
Don't get sassy with me,
His
Naruto. Don't get sassy with me, Ryunosuke. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigations Division, Imperial Police Bureau, the IPB? Inspector? What on earth?
I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here. Alright, let's do another one.
Oh, you want to inspect all of them?
Sure.
Okay, let's use
Unless
the
there's-
3D to our. Oh, okay, never mind. It doesn't work with that one. We could do it with this one. There's
Why?
numbers on it. My personal student number is engraved on the back here. If you lose your pin, they won't accept you in Yume University. Hey, you may not.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Oh my god.
Of course, you
No.
can get a new pin if you just tell them your number. I've actually lost mine twice already, but I still don't know my student number by heart. It's literally 2 numbers that you have to remember. Are you serious? How do you not? It's 000901. How? Whatever. Who cares? All right, let's just present. Yes, Tuesday. How much did he?
Wait.
There you go.
Yeah.
Present. Hi.
Medical report card. Da 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 da.
Bum bum. Well, I think
Wittering lad, call yourself a lawyer.
I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Aw,
Ryunosuke.
Kazuma.
Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it.
Thanks,
Keep
Kazuma.
going, King. I can see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out.
You dropped
You
your
did pretty
headband,
good, man.
King. Hey,
You
you dropped
dropped
your
your
headband, King. Oh my gosh.
Let's go! When you raised your hand straight up like that, like you did so for like the past 11 times, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say.
Ugh.
Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
I think that Kazuma's really hot. Oh, all right. And thanks for the advice. I like the animations in this game. Animation's really cool. Korekuta-san, this medical report card belonging to the victim. This is a medical report card belonging to the victim.
See? And don't see. What of it, boy? What's the big deal?
Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection! Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant.
Well, he did not even read this.
How many
Nathan.
times do we have to tell you this, old man?
The future is now, old man. But that's
Remember, Rinosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. They're just trying to act smart.
Shut up,
Just
old
make
man.
Your point.
Okay.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial any further. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there was no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could have possibly something. I missed that. This
Alliteration.
medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that?
What?
But
That outburst have petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hada Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Perhaps if I
No,
told you
but
that
it
the
doesn't mean
victim
something.
had just had a tooth extracted?
What's this now?
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating.
Ooh. Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what?
It's all written up in here. No food or drinks other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No! That can't...
Oh yeah!
Korakuta-san.
Oh, Karakuta-san. I'm getting the voices mixed up. As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim could not have been eating anything at all.
No!
Additionally,
There's more?
you have assured the court that with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. Oh, there's the full slap, but that cannot possibly
There
be
you
the
go.
case. There you go. Let's go, my boy. Let's go,
Character
Rinosuke.
development.
Yeah, let's go. Grr. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic.
And the
Ugh.
music picked up.
Let's go. The music is so good.
Expertly done. Eyeball.
Eyeball.
Objection!
Partner, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence.
Bruh.
You can't clearly
You're
see
just
the plate of
proving
the
his
food at the
point.
victim's table.
Objection. Oh wait, that's you. Sorry.
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Can't you follow the logic?
How dare you?
I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Hook, line, and sinker. There we go, kid. Wouldn't you agree, Rinosuke?
Oh yes, most definitely.
So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat,
Yes, we just discussed
which
this.
leaves on one very crucial conundrum.
Who was the food for?
Who in fact was eating the pictured beefsteak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel.
He looks so epic, the judge. Like, look at him.
Yeah, bro.
Counsel? Oh, yeah, that means me, doesn't it?
All right. The answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of.
All right.
Show me your moves.
Show me your moves. Falcon punch. Got it. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must be an as of yet. Me. I was eating the steak at his table. I was doing it. The as of yet unknown third party. Yes. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
Objection! You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person.
Hi. There was, because I saw her, and whatever I see is truth.
When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table.
Man, I'm loving this.
Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it.
Yeah.
We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. Well, these witnesses are also unreliable.
Yeah, that too.
If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, you've done an oopsie. Lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly.
Kazuma, don't embarrass me in front of the judge, man. Are you insane? You would take on the government?
I'm as insane as you are dumb, old man.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you.
What do you mean?
I have issues with them. Those two witnesses in the stand.
What are you talking about?
We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimony,
That's perjury.
obviously you will be charged
Yeah, see?
with perjury.
Perjury?
And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing.
Complicit in murder?
No! Not the baby, but the baby. Who is this?
Hold it!
The baby also gets nailed.
Negative! There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting.
Oh, they had a meeting.
I was just following orders.
Oh, somebody tipped them off.
As the man says, we were framed! We were framed! Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us. Oh, should we weren't
Yo,
supposed to
he
get that out.
outed himself.
Oh,
What?
well, crap.
What did you just say, Kurkuta-san?
No.
You were just
look at this
Following
jar,
orders?
yo. Now hold on, lad. I was
Say you never saw the gentlewoman.
Ugh.
Sounds kinda sus. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas?
What?
Objection! What? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair?
Dot, 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 dot.
Just one. Just one simple slip of the tongue.
Sure it was. These guys are liars through and through.
Bruh.
Order! Order! Counsel, explain what's going on here.
It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth.
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
There's so many zoom-ins.
Yeah, there's so many of them. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Nathan?
Bro, I was speaking.
It cut off. You see that again?
Fine.
Well,
That's classified.
So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you?
You wouldn't. This can't be happening.
Rinosuke. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence.
Maybe a police officer? Possibly?
However,
However, what?
I don't believe Auchi had any idea about it.
What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose.
Well, Any ideas about who might be behind this?
Of course I do. There's literally only one other person.
These witnesses, and we can continue our pursuit.
There's literally only one other person who it could have been.
I'm just gonna slip on my instant noodles real quick.
So, oh yeah, I actually want to make that. So we need to name whoever it was to try to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut.
Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here.
But how? How can we
possibly?
Nathan, stop stealing my
Oops.
lines. But how? How
I'm
can
so
we possibly?
I'm so out of it. Remember how we made progress before?
No.
By listening to the video game's instructions.
Before?
We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose.
There's a lot of time to lose. In fact, there's a lot to
I
lose
want
too.
answers.
I want
If it's
answers.
proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
Please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about all this?
Well, Your Excellency. Ugh, no time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout at the first name that comes into my head. Don't do that. You might implicate somebody falsely as well. Okay, besides the prosecution, literally just this guy. He's literally the only guy. Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san.
Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier.
Objection! Poppycock! What possible reason would the waiter have to make those witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
Oh boy, well let me tell you a
Oh
story.
boy. Well, you got
I will agree with you.
if that is.
If that is the man truly were a waiter.
What? If he truly were?
My gosh.
Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth.
With the truth. The truth about
Falcon truth.
Falcon truth. There you go.
Ding ding.
Ding 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 ding.
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree, it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything.
Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest.
Beg your pardon?
How'd they not think to look at the back of the card? Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes, it's the
Full
front.
slam!
It's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is. Dot 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 dot.
Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Speak English. Or
Speak English.
Speak Nippon.
Speak
Sorry, my
Nippon.
bad. Speak Nippon.
Speak Nippon.
Speak Nippon. Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession.
The waiter's profession. But that's surely...
Good.
Good gracious!
That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
That's a really long title.
What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
You then bother to look.
Because he's an idiot.
The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand,
Ugh.
was it, in fact, the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene?
Well,
Dot 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 dot. Who said hold it? Who is this? Oh. Inspector Hosonaga. What was the voice I gave him again?
I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility.
Yeah, that's why he was so freaked out a while ago.
Yep.
Cortez, yeah, this happened already. Oh, well, yep. Is there a problem? Hand press once. Of course. Here you are. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So, you mean to say you really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course. What did that say? Your salary must be terrible. I like that. Ah, of course, your salary must be terrible.
I was working undercover.
Undercover?
Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover.
Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents?
That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide.
Well then, Inspector Hosonaga. But you will elaborate on one point for the court.
Oh, yes.
Of course, Your Excellency.
We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you.
Yes.
That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you require these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable.
As I suspect.
Oh, sure you
Why
did.
did
He's
you-
lying.
What the
He's-
heck, man? What's up here?
Stop fibbing.
Bang! As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped on his chair, and beside him, gun in hands, to the accused student. Sitting opposite to the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman.
So the truth comes out.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special orders? You mean to say...
Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders.
But what if this Englishwoman was the killer?
I think it would be in everyone's best interests not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question.
So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
But it's not right. It's not. It's really not. But he doesn't care. He's a police
Yeah.
officer. What do police officers care? Look at that, like, scar on his face. He looks like he has a scar on his face, the judge. He looks
Yep.
cool.
One possibility does spring to mind.
What do you mean, Kazuma?
UMay University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young English woman.
Oh, it's starting. Listen to that music. What?
Yeah, you should be paying more attention to the teachers you have, man.
Yeah,
You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
you mean?
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first.
The court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector.
The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of UMA University's medical faculty.
What? What is happening here? Wow, he is tall. Look at that man.
I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation.
Hammer.
Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone.
Yeah, and that's a lie, Your Honor. So we might want to go back to those things later on.
Yeah.
However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling.
Objection! But Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send to the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings.
Oh, he's
of
a
my
good
court.
judge. Well, I say good. I mean, he's better than the other
Just.
one. Just judge. He's a just judge.
Inspector Hosonaga,
Yes, sir.
you will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
Is there a pun in Giselle Brett? Giselle Brett? Giselle Brett?
I think Brett is like Brat or something.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see when she appears, because I actually don't really remember her.
At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
So it won't be a problem.
Nothing will get in my way.
He's gonna murder somebody, bro. What if he's the murderer? Even if he's a police inspector, what if he's the murderer? Imagine.
Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student, Giselle Brett, to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes! Your Excellency!
Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
All right. Yeah.
Speaking of recess, we do need a break.
We do need a break. So yeah, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I say right back, but this is the end of the episode. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider hitting that like button. And if you're to the channel, consider subscribing. We're still going to be playing The Great Ace Attorney for who knows how long. This game is actually pretty long. It has 6 chapters, and then there's The Great Ace Attorney 2. So we'll see. So yeah, love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.
Peace.